Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? We are here, and as you can see, the treehouse is proving to be very, very fruitful. I've done a few extensions and changes and whatnot. We have, of course, our climbing rope heading all the way down to our little mine shaft down in the basement to get some good old resources. I threw up this nice little infinite water source. I kind of like that it's hidden by the tree using these slabs on their side type situation here as well. Threw up our furnace and some of that kind of stuff, and basically got some resources, right? I mean, that's part of the game. After that, I built this little staircase. Nothing too crazy, but a nice little staircase. I need to get like a railing. We need like a chisel and bits railing or something like that to go up the half slabs. But I wanted to get this up to the top level of the tree so that we can kind of get up into the clouds. And I'm kind of thinking, I have no clue what is making that noise. It scares me every time. But what I'm thinking is a lot of the stuff's going to be up here as well as down below. So, this is going to be another tier. And then, of course, we're going to have branches and whatnot that stick off of this thing that we utilize as well. But as you can see, there's a lot of land to work with here. A lot of a footprint to build on and to expand on. Now, a couple things. Let's go through it. So this warp stone we got from completing the quest with the traveler back at spawn. By theory, if you right click and hold it, you got to hold it, it brings up a destination, right? And right now we have a destination of the Waystone of Origins. That's spawn, basically. So we can teleport to spawn using this warp stone just by clicking on that button. But I want to try and make my own Waystone for the base. Now, I have no clue, and I've actually talked to Phoenix Lodge about this, if this warp stone gets used up when making this Waystone. So we're going to find out here now while we're testing this. Yeah, it gets used up. Okay. So now the question is, if I place this in the middle of my base, we go Kryllyk base. Done. If I activated Waystone. Okay, what does that do? I can click on it a whole bunch and make a whole bunch of noise. So we have a Waystone. But I lost my warp stone. Wah, 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 wah. Bound to Krylyk's base. Return scroll. Yeah. Okay. That might have been a mistake. But by theory, we should have a Waystone to get back to our base once we get another warp stone, which requires 4 ender pearls, an emerald, and basically some purple dye. Is that it? Okay. Okay. We can get that. I mean, the biggest thing here is the ender pearls. I'm pretty sure I already have the emeralds. We do. So it's definitely the ender pearls that we need to get. The other thing of note, you can see down in the bottom left that I'm level 42, but I also have 10 HP. So we did update to a new alpha version, 07.1. And that is making a few adjustments. And what that's doing is you start off with lower life, and it's not fully implemented yet. So you'll probably see a lot of people dying as we're playing here. Most people have been dying a lot. Let's put it that way. With the 10 HP, which is about half of what you're normally used to. But what it is you're going to be able to work your way up and gain hearts as you play through the pack. So there's going to either be quests or there's going to be turn-ins or trades that are available to help get you like heart canisters type thing to increase your overall HP. So there's little things that we're going to be able to do and progress upon. All right. Before we get too carried away, I wanted to get the Waystone. We're level 42. Mining is maxed, so 50 is the maximum that you can put into any skill. I briefly mentioned to Phoenix as well, I'm not sure if this is something, but for example, if you took a mining attribute, you should be able to exceed that amount, which would kind of help with your class selection being more relevant later on, whereas eventually everything's going to be 50. Mind you, it's going to take a while. Everything would be 50, and really it makes no difference which class you pick. So there's a few little things, definitely some good feedback going back to Phoenix on the pack from not only myself but the subscribers. The chat's just been going bonkers over in the community there. So it's awesome. Absolutely love it, and I'm pretty sure Phoenix has been on a few times as well. So, all right, so we have a Waystone. I wanted to get that done. The other thing that I really want to get is we've gone through quite a bit of wood building this thing, and I'd like to get some sort of a tree farm up and running. We don't have much for dirt. We might have to actually go mine some a little bit, but I want to get a tree farm built on the base. Now the big problem with a tree farm is pretty straightforward. We are currently in a tree, in case you didn't notice, and the problem with that is that, well, there's quite a few problems with that. If all of a sudden you start cutting down wood, or say you get lumberjack or something like that for later on to cut down things very quickly, you could end up damaging the tree. So for this, I'm pretty sure we need to expand out. There's that hole that goes down to the base. I just want to clog it up here. There we go. I was getting rain on my head. I don't like it. But what I want to do is we do want it to be a part of the base here still. But I think I want to kind of branch it off so that we don't run into too many problems when chopping down the trees. So what I was originally thinking is this little way out here, we would just have it floating out in the sky over yonder. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a quick little building. Oh, we leveled. Oh, you don't say. We leveled. Farming, level 10. Let's go. Let's go to the farm, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get some more wood cutting going. Why not? So what I'm thinking is these are at a 0.5 right here. So what I'm thinking is we go vertical again. We go up a little bit. Maybe we put a little post right there. Yeah. Be careful when placing all the slabs, or use the wands. The wands work very nicely to build this stuff. So if you do want to use the wands so that you don't get errors like that, it's not a bad way to go. Well, that's terrible. Okay, let's go. There we go. It's the bottom. We're at the bottom. Okay. One of the things that I've noticed is, so that one was at the bottom. Check this out. Okay. This one will be at the top. So you got to place this one now at the top of that. That's going to break both. And again, now we're at the bottom again. Okay. So it definitely matters if you're on the half or the full when you go to place these blocks. So yeah. Anyways. So boom, bottom, bottom, bottom. Good. And then we're going to be top, top, top. Top, top, and top. All right. Good. So I feel like right here is a pretty decent spot. We don't want to get too far out there, right? Like, if we go too crazy, it's just going to look silly. It's going to look a little silly, right? So let's get this down. I love the builder's wand. And the best thing about this is we are on the correct level, right? We are in the spawnable zone here, which is good. We are not on half, which would be bad. Okay, excellent. Let's get a little bit more of this done, and I need another wand. If you guys do subscribe, we are working on changes to the whitelist process. We're trying to get it more automated, 100%, so that when you whitelist, you basically, or when you subscribe via GameWisp, we can't do it for Patreon at the moment, but through GameWisp, when you subscribe, you can whitelist yourself and do it automatically, so that you no longer require, for example, one of the admins or anything like that to get you whitelisted onto the server. So that's kind of nice, and will be a nice feature to just help improve the speed at which people get whitelisted onto the server. So by theory, it should be really quick. It says instant. I don't believe that in the slightest, because nothing in life is instant. But it should be very close to, you know, very close to getting it almost. Yeah, it should be very close either way. All right, there we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. We got a little bit of a platform. I think we're definitely going to have to gussy this up once we get some flight and a few other things. Being out this far, I feel like I need to build like a branch out of the tree on the underside of this, just to support not only that, but then maybe it like branches off and supports this section as well. That's kind of my initial thoughts on this whole setup. Let's get some of our dirt and start placing things down and see where we're at on this tree farm. I want it to be pretty straightforward and simple, but still decently complex. So we're going to do that. We know all the specs. I'm going to be mostly oak, I think, with this build. So we're going to design it for oak trees. No point in designing it for anything else. And let's take a look-see. So we come up. We probably want at least a 2 wide before we start looking at... No, you know what? We need it to be 3 wide, right? So 1, 2, 3. So that would be our first piece of dirt. Now, oak saplings, by theory, are best placed like that. You can place them side by side, but you do run the risk of getting a reduced amount of saplings from the farm. So that and that. Okay. So that's pretty good. That's a decent little baseline of where we need to or want to be. I'm going to get more slabs, and we need to go 3 wide all the way around now, just to make it nice and even, and we're probably going to run into that, like I figured. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay, so like that. We're going to run into a few yellow X's overall, so 1 and 2. I think I'm going to use something that I actually used in Sky Factory 3 for this little design. Because we're kind of almost doing like a Sky Factory thing right now, aren't we? But I think I'm going to put stairs around this or something like that. And then in the middle here, what we're going to do is we're going to do half slabs like that. So we're going to run half slabs down the middle here as well, all the way around. Place that down. Luckily, it's daytime, so we don't really have any issues. So we're going to run half slabs at the same level as the trees. And then I want to run the actual setup differently. So we're going to do that. Good. We'll go there. We'll go there. Yeah, we'll just go all 4 corners. I'm so glad that those mosquitoes aren't like a real thing. That would be terrible. All right. Good, good, and good. All right. So a few things. Let's quickly go get some stairs and try to complete this small little build. Nothing too crazy, but it's a small build, and I wanted to get it done. So let's get the saplings, first of all. That's going to be necessary. And I'm going to need a little bit more wood. We can quickly just use the... I'm using the portable crafting table. I finally set up the hotkey to C, so that I can craft as we go here. And let's make a few stairs. We can always make more on the go, on the run, on the run. Let's go. All right. So let's place these guys down. I would love to have a different type of wood for this, but I think for right now, this will do the job. It's more for function at this point for us to get wood in a safe manner away from the base, right? So if we remove that and that, okay. Is there? Yes, right there. The one torch to rule them all. All right, boom, 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 boom. Awesome. Okay, so we got ourselves a little bit of a tree farm. Good. We can let those grow. They're gonna grow. They're gonna do all their things. You name it. As we proceed while working on some other things. Okay, I don't think lumberjack, if I remember correctly, wood cutting is just chopping speed. And there's no real, like, growth speed or anything like that for it. God, that noise, man. I feel like a dragon's going to come and melt me. Probably will. It's fine, though. It's fine. All right, we'll put those away. And let's see. What else can we get into? We can get into a lot of different things now. We got a little tree farm. We got a little bit of a wood setup. Even though my omelets are definitely holding down the fort at this point in time. Probably one of the best ways to go food-wise early on, in my opinion, is just get some of those omelets going from the eggs that you get from the bird's nests and call it a day. This farm is not going to stay here. This was just a temporary placement. I wanted to get at least some stuff up and running for that. So, boom, boom. And I also wanted to get some string production going here. Good, good, good. As you can see, I've been farming quite a bit. I don't really have a use for the seeds. Ring of growth, maybe? And you know what? That brings us into something like Actually Additions. Actually Additions is just so good early on, I feel. It does require a decent amount of resources as we progress through, as you guys have seen a little bit in my Beyond playthrough, but I think some of it's too good for us to pass up early on. I do want to stick with Silence Gems, for our tools, because there's some really cool things involved with that. And the other thing as well is, if you look in here, you actually can't make the drill core. Can't make it from Actually Additions. I think you'd have to find it potentially, or something else. So the drill is out. The drill is out. We can't do the drill at this point in time. So, but there's a lot of other really good things from Actually Additions. The AIoTs are really good if you want to use those, as well as, I mean, black quartz serves its purpose as well. But the main thing is getting into some of the empowered items and some of the things like the crushers and, oh, what else? There's so many little things. Experience solidifier, powered furnace. What was the other thing I was looking at? I was looking at something else. The farmer, right? Was it the farmer? I think it was the farmer. Yeah, from Actually Additions as well. Pretty cheap, all things considered. Decent amount of iron. Decent amount of iron, but not too bad overall. So, kind of been looking at a few of these things as well. What I'm thinking is we can just go with a simple coal generator to start us off with some power. So a coal, we need an iron casing, which is black quartz, 4 iron and some sticks, and a little bit of TLC. So we got sticks, we got coal on us. Let's get our black quartz, and then we need, I believe it was 6 pieces of cobble. So this guy should get us the item that we are looking for. Boom. We can slowly but surely just craft this up. Get our iron casing. Get that. What am I missing? Coal. That's what it is. Perfect. Coal gen. So this will be our first foray into power. By the way, redstone furnace. I love this thing. It's very nice. So this will be our first little setup into power here. And for the most part, we're good. We're very good. I think I want to quickly level this out, though. You know what I mean? I think we need to quickly just do a little bit of work here. We'll do this. Boom, boom. Another wand. We're going through them like nothing. Okay. I want to just get this to be a little bit more square. Because I want to set up our first little bit of power over here. Just for right now. Nothing permanent. I don't know the exact home of our power system at this point in time and where I'm going to put all that stuff, but this will be at least a decent start. Oh, and the one torch to rule them all. Awesome. Okay, so if we throw down the coal generator right here, obviously we can throw in some coal and start to build up that buffer a little bit for some of that stuff. Good. The next thing on the list is definitely the atomic reconstructor. Similar thing, 8 iron with a black quartz. Boo, boo, boo. We also need 4 redstone. We have so much redstone, though. It's ridiculous. And that's it, right? I think we're good. So we can quickly get ourselves an iron casing. Done. And an atomic reconstructor. Excellent. I do also want to get... I am going to stick with the lever, ladies and gentlemen, for right now on the atomic deconstructor. There we go. And a lever. So that's going to turn it on and off, obviously. And that's going to fire the laser beams to turn things into other things that we can use. So, for example, to make the Empower, we need some redstonia crystal. Redstonia crystal is redstone in front of the atomic reconstructor at a 40 RF conversion rate. All right, so that's one of the things. Display stands are the other things. We need aesthetic quartz, which is a block of quartz. Ooh, that's a problem. We don't have quartz. We don't have quartz. We don't have any of this stuff. We're going to have to go to the nether. And that sounds dangerous to me. Just a little. Just a little dangerous. But that is going to be useful for us to develop and build additional things. Why is it not burning more? Hello? Oh. Oh. Well, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. As you can see down in the bottom left, it is building up again. Not ideal, but it's fine. No big deal. What? I honestly do not know what's making that noise. Really don't. Really don't want to know. It's fine. No big deal. Alright. So that's that. We're doing pretty good on this front. And let's see. The farmer takes some blocks of iron. We could make this right now. We definitely could make this. But I think instead I want to look at getting some of our ore resources doubled. So what I'm thinking is we could quickly work towards a crusher. Or even... Ooh, double crusher. We could look at a double crusher. But anyways, let's get a crusher to begin with, right? Crushers are used for a lot of different things. You can crush down ores and basically, you know, get double the ores and all that kind of stuff. Coal generator. Yeah. I think that's where we're at. Okay. Let's get a crusher. And then I'm also thinking of a powered furnace. This guy right here. So we're going to need a little bit of a nori. We're going to need some of these basic coils. So that's redstone. And for this, we needed some of those and some more of those as well. So we're going to need a decent amount of redstone converted over. What I'm thinking of doing is we will do 8 blocks of redstone. You just drop it in front. We're going to flip the switch. Luckily, that'll also use up another coal. It should shoot a beam. Done. And there we go. Redstonia blocks. Okay? And that's going to give us redstonia crystals. Obviously, redstonia crystals are going to be very useful for us to build the things that we need. We also need this Inori that I already have, which is even better. And that the crusher requires an iron casing, as does the powered furnace. So let's quickly get ourselves the 8 of that and the 2 iron casings that we require. Good. We need 2 basic coils for the crusher. And we need 2 basic coils for the powered furnace. So that is another 4 black quartz, along with the redstonia that we have. So let's get those. Should give us 4 basic coils. Excellent. This guy requires a little bit of flint and some cobble. Okay. Flint, 1, 2, 1, 2. Done. The powered furnace requires 2 pieces of cobble. Boom, boom. And 2 furnaces. So let's quickly get our 16 down here. We can make those up like that. And we can go crusher, get, and powered furnace. Where is it? There it is. Get. Awesome. Those are fantastic items that we just obtained. Beautiful, beautiful items. Because we're kind of limited on our spacing here, I am just going to put them down on either side of this coal generator. You know what? We're going to have to do it, everybody. Everybody's been begging and pleading me to do this the right way on the Beyond server. So let's do it. We're going to make a redstone torch, and if we right-click to toggle, pulse. Okay, so we set it to pulse mode. Done. Is everybody happy now? I think everybody is literally happy right now. We're going to take one piece of cobble. We will smelt that up quickly. I don't think this is... No, this isn't as fast as our redstone furnace, but it is powered, so we get a little bit of a benefit. Now, when we hit the button, we shoot a beam. Done. Everybody is happy. Alright, obviously in the crusher, there is 1,500 different recipes. As simple as crushing down bone, to dyes and all of that kind of stuff, not to mention all the things that can be turned into dyes. Also some things like redstone ore, lapis lazuli ore, you know, coal into coal powder, all these little fundamental things that a sag mill or a pulverizer in the past would do for us as we know them. But as you can see, it's also using every single chisel variant of these ores as well. So there's a lot of things in there. Cobblestone to sand is definitely a nice one to have as well. Double crusher, well, that one I think just crushes two things at once, if I remember correctly. It's not like a double chance of crushing more. Maybe it is, but it's not that bad. So chaos essence we can get in a crusher. So let's take some of this and let's give it a try. We're going to need some down the road, but let's get this thing started in the crusher and see how this works out. As you can see, we're getting 2 chaos essence. Sweet. Obviously, we're losing power, which means because not everything else is fully powered up, all of our power is being drained between 3 machines right now, which is just not very efficient overall. But this chaos essence we're going to need down the road for all of the supercharged gems for silence gems. So, a lot of little things, but we now have the fundamentals to do some basic doubling of ore and all that kind of stuff, which is really all that we wanted to get done. Up here, I want to quickly see if we have any trees to chop down. Maybe we can get another level before we're done. Oh, one just grew. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, we'll just do that. So we're gonna do it. Ooh, should we? You know what? I think we should do this first, right? I mean, birds' nests are still so good. They are still so good. I think we have to, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a must-have. And we do get the saplings anyways from this, so I think we are better off sickling this all down accordingly. Yeah. I'm going to do this every time, I think. It's kind of like it reminds me of the crook from, like, Ex Nihilo, right? You want to crook down the things to try to get more loot out of them before you chop down the tree, right? So, all these little things, we'll capitalize on as much as we possibly can. That's my philosophy on it. So, I think that's basically where we are going to call it. I think we're done at this point on this episode. I think it's been good. A lot of good things were done. We got some of our basics down. We got a little bit of an idea of what I'm looking at for the base. What we're kind of seeing. What's a possibility, what's not. Love to hear all of your feedback as well on the base. What you think of it. Is it going to be exciting? Is it going to be boring? Please, comment away. Comment away. I'm here to comment with you. I'm going on a bit of a traveling thing, or maybe I'm back by this point, but I did get some videos done for it, which is great. But yeah, away we go. I think I might even want to expand this or make like another level of this or something like that. We'll see how that all goes. And also, we got a whole bunch of birds' nests to open. So, let's open these, and then we'll end it. Ready? Away we go. All those birds' nests. Lovely. Look at all that loot. Can never go wrong with 5 gold nuggets, 2 blaze powder, a glowstone, and some redstone. Let alone a piece of prismarine. Can't go wrong in the slightest. So, thank you all so much. I really do appreciate everyone being here. Everyone supporting, everybody who hits that like button. It's truly appreciated. Thank you all so much, and have yourselves a fantastic day. Bye-bye for now.